Welcome back to Penguin Game Day. We're happy to be joined by Jeremy Larkin, the running backs coach for the Penguins, now in his second season. You're like a veteran now, coach. Second season already, right?
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, it's definitely flown by.
You know, the first year you kind of learned, second year you're more comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the biggest thing was just figuring out how do my guys learn, you know what I mean, and what's going to help them, what teaching methods do I got to grow in, and different things like that. It's been kind of my approach to it.
Majority of your guys are back, but you got a guy come in like Ethan Wright, and is that difficult for a new guy to kind of come in, or how did it kind of work for you?
I think for him, it was a little bit difficult just adjusting, you know. You have your set of friends, you're at Cincinnati for 3 to 4 years, and then now you come to a new environment. And I think our guys were awesome and welcoming here and kind of just really accepting him into the culture, which was really good.
Coach, your group, it appears you got, you know, you obviously there's Tyshawn, there's Ethan, but there's some guys behind them that can step right in.
For sure. I mean, you see on game day, you see Cephas Harris that will come in, you see Jaden Gilbert come in, you see Deshaun Watley, whether it's special teams, whether there's certain plays. So that's the good part of having that type of depth. You know what I mean? We talk about having that competitive edge. I think those guys are constantly always pushing Tyshawn and Ethan to be a lot better.
And to get on the field, you got to play special teams, right?
Correct. Yeah, I think that's just kind of the Youngstown way. You know what I mean? Find out what your role is, what can you do very well, and how do you execute that at a high level.
You know, Tyshawn was kind of like the guy coming in, but Ethan challenged him, and now we see both guys, you know, during the game.
Yes, you do. And that's a good thing of having, like I said, that type of depth. You know what I mean? I think Tyshawn is still a really good player that is really good in this conference, just as well as Ethan as well. So, like, to have both of those guys really going every single week, Ethan provides great energy. He's a physical runner, just as Tyshawn is, and now you see Ethan making plays in the passing game as well.
Coach, is it difficult to get all these guys in and the carries they want?
Oh, of course. You know, as a running back myself, it is always hard to figure out, hey, can I get this touch? Can I get that touch? You know, and then I think you also got to consider, you know, our quarterback is a very skilled, talented runner. So you've got 3 running backs that can really attack any type of defense. You know what I mean?
But you taught him everything he knows, right, Bo, running the ball?
No. Bo's been doing that. If you go and pop on his highlights, you'll see that. He's been doing that a long time.
You know, this group, and everybody wants to run the football, and to run the football, you have to have a successful offensive line, and the guys up front have been doing the job.
Yes, of course, tremendous job. I mean, to have the type of veterans, the type of players returning on our offensive line going into this conference that we have is very good to have. And so being able to utilize those things allow us to be successful.
What's the dream game for you for your backs? What would you like to see them do? 15, 20 carries, or is it just depend?
Whatever it takes for a Penguin to win. You know what I mean? So whether that's 2 carries and we just block the entire time, or that's 40 carries, you know? I'm always going to lean towards the 40 carry side. But,
Coach, we talk about these guys running the ball, but they also have to know how to block.
Correct. And so you see a team, for example, this week, North Dakota, they like to blitz. So they have to be able to identify, see coverages, see blitzes, see who's coming in order to, once again, keep our quarterback protected. You can't just run the ball an entire football game. You got to be able to throw.
And that's why, in your experience being a running back, you always see when they show it tight up on television, you always see their eyes moving back and forth, right?
Yep, you see them scanning. I think that's the biggest thing we always figure out is what's the situation, what's the play, run, pass. So if it's a pass, all right, where are they coming from? So being able to scan to see who my threats are, see the rotations of everything happening.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck on Saturday against North Dakota throughout the rest of the regular season, and certainly your guys are a good group. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be back to wrap things up next.